Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the unboxing of our new Xiaomi POCO M8 5G. At first I'll do the unboxing, we'll just look at the visuals. Later on I'll tell you some of the specifications as well as differences compared to the previous version, which was POCO M7, released on August 13, 2025, whereas this phone was, as I'm recording this, released yesterday on January 8, 2026. So let's get into that. I'll just take the foil off and we'll see everything. So let's get here and let's get the foil off. Now as we go inside, we'll see the phone. Obviously at first the box is quite minimal. We don't really see much info about the phone, like specifications and anything, but here we already see something on this wrapping foil. But we'll get to that later. Let's get the phone out because it seems to be pretty nice. As you can see right here on the back, has this metal finish, but it also comes in different colors. It comes in black for sure and green, so that is also quite interesting. But I got it in silver. And it has this like this finish looking like carbon fiber, and has two cameras, a fake camera here and the flash. We'll turn that on as well in a moment, but first let's get into more things in the box. So in the box we can find there to be, how to get that box opened. That's not easy at all. I must say that is pretty difficult. Yeah, okay. Now we of course have the SIM card tray opener, and besides that a charging cable, which is USB-A to USB-C. Haven't seen that in a while. But you don't get the charging brick. So if you have a charging brick for USB-A, which you very likely have, that will be useful here. By the way, this phone supports 45-watt turbo charging, but you'll need to get a charger, a power adapter, basically, yourself for those 45 watts. A sticker that is required in European Union. Safety information and quick start guide. Then we'll see the case. That is really nice to have in the box. Just a minimal black case, but it's always really appreciated to get a case like this in the box. Now I'll put that on, although I wouldn't like to cover that phone that much because it looks really good, but with the case on it also does look really good. Let's turn it on and talk about the specifications. So it has the IP66 water resistance, which is basically better than the previous version, which was IP64. But in Europe it is not IP66, it is IP65. For some reason, and it's also drop resistant up to 1.7 meters. Besides that, it has Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 3, which is way better than the previous Snapdragon 685, and it has a really good display. The previous one was just IPS LCD with 700 nits and 850 peak brightness. Now it is AMOLED display, 120 Hz, HDR 800 nits and 3200 nits peak brightness, which is way greater than the previous generation. The resolution is about the same, I would say, which is here 1080 by 2392 pixels. It runs Android 15, and it tells that it will get up to 4 major Android upgrades. Then also the memory on the previous model, it would be 128 gigabytes or 256 gigabytes, and now it is 256 or 512. And the RAM is 8 gigabytes. In the previous model, it would be 6 or 8 depending on which storage version you'd get. Of course, 2 camera modules. Here you get the 50 megapixel one. Then this one, it isn't really specified. I believe it's just like some sort of a depth camera, so it doesn't really matter that much. I think it's just like to enhance the first camera. But it can record in 4K. It can record in 4K at 30 FPS or 1080p at 30 or 60. Then the selfie camera is quite good. It's 20 megapixels. And besides that, of course, it has 5G. The previous model could or could not have 5G depending on which version you'd get. And that is basically it. The battery is quite good. It is 5520 milliamp hours, and as I said earlier, 45-watt charging at max. I'll set up the phone real quick, so I'll just select the language, go through the full setup, and that'll be basically it. And the setup is complete. As I noticed, the phone feels really smooth, especially considering the price of it, which currently is around 190 British pounds. I couldn't find the price in dollars for now, so that's what we have to deal with. As we can see, I feel like this needs an update, but maybe I may be a little bit wrong. But it does feel really smooth, and I invite you to watch more videos on the channel to see the camera performance and also to see the first things to do after setup or how to set up the device, and anything else, any other questions that you may want to ask. You'll probably find answers for them on our channel. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.